Immigration was second only to the economy during the campaign, and in our new poll, 46% of Americans told us that in his first 100 days, the president has focused too much on deporting immigrants who are here illegally.
37% said his focus on that was about right. Lilia Luciano reports on the latest roundups of undocumented immigrants.
These are DEA agents breaking through a window during a raid at a Colorado Springs nightclub this weekend. The agents say they rounded up more than 100 undocumented immigrants. And in Florida, another series of raids. This time, ICE claims to have arrested nearly 800 more. Since President Trump took office, ICE says it has made over 151,000 arrests, 4 times the amount of the Biden administration arrests this time last year. But deportations are significantly lower. Among the Trump administration's biggest markers of success is a historically low number of border crossings, down more than 90% year over year. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem touted that to our Tony DeCopel at the border today.
If you talk to all of these agents that have been down here for years, they say it's night and day difference from where we were a year ago.
A new CBS News poll found most Americans approve of President Trump's deportation policies, but just under half approve of Trump's handling of immigration overall. Those tactics include family deportations, targeting of student protesters, and the transfer of hundreds of migrants to a maximum security prison in El Salvador without a judge's order. We asked Border Czar Tom Homan about those tactics.
I think we're doing the right thing. This country's safer because of what we're doing. We're keeping our promise to American people.
Would you say that the strategy of arresting the worst of the worst has shifted?
No. When we go out and do these operations, there's several going on right now across the country, we're targeting public safety threats and national security threats. Now, I'll caveat that. No one's off the table.
Priorities
no, if you're in the country illegally, you're on the table.
Lilia, ICE arrests are up, but deportations are down. Why?
Deportations are down, and I asked him why, and he did explain something that I found interesting, which is the Biden administration's numbers include the people who were immediately deported across the border at a time where there was an overwhelming number of people there. The Trump administration is deporting people who are inside the country, and the border is pretty empty right now.
You asked the secretary about due process. How do you respond to that?
That was very interesting. I asked him specifically about those Venezuelans who were sent to Socoto, El Salvador, and he said due process comes in many fashions.
What do you have to say about the American-born children in this particular case, though?
Well, when that happened, the interview was before that, but the attorneys have called it speedy and a no meaningful due process. They say that it was way too rapid.
What does the administration say about that, though? They say they got due process?
They say they got due process. They said that the parents were deported, the American children, it was a choice for the mothers to take them with them, and that if they had been separated, that would be the story.